In stats, we move to two sample z-test for proportions, or as it's typed in the calculator, two prop z-test. What you need to do is very similar to what we did in a two sample t-test, and that is define your two groups, true proportion of whatever, true proportion of whatever, and then for the null, you set the two proportions or assume the two proportions are equal. For HA, it just depends on what they're interested in or what they suspect. It's going to be one of those three. You, of course, need to set alpha. Samples need to be random. Sometimes they're not. We need to make sure large counts checks out. So it's twice the amount of work that it used to be because now we have two samples. And if all four of those are true, then approximately normal. We have two brand new formulas. One is this PC thing. On the 84 and some other calculators, it prints it as p hat. But PC is fine. It's the combined proportion. And the best explanation I can give on that, on what that is it's because we're assuming the proportions are equal in the null. So that's part of our hypothesis. So that means the proportion, in theory, is all successes over all sampled subjects, combined proportion. That means when we do the z-score, we go p hat 1 minus p hat 2 minus the hypothesized difference, which is 0, over PC 1 minus PC over N1 plus PC 1 minus PC over N2. So a lot of new formulas. The main one on the do step that you can skip is, or both of these, you can skip doing both of those and just write the name. All right, that rule has not changed. So when we move into this problem down here, you don't have to write that formula. So this problem is about warts and successfully removing them. Very exciting, right? They have some patients with warts at this medical center, and this person thinks duct tape is better than liquid nitrogen. So all these patients are from this Madigan Army Medical Center. And it talks about this horrible process with duct tape. I'm going to scroll down so I have all the room I can get. I just need that table. So to start out, I'm going to define these patients because they're from a specific place and I don't want to write it twice. Patients are from the Madigan Army Medical Center. And then I'm going to talk about group 1 and group 2. So P1 is the true proportion patients with warts that use liquid nitrogen freezing to success. I'm wording this kind of funny, sorry. To successfully remove warts. I think you get the right idea. I should have worded that a little better. True proportion of patients with warts that successfully remove them with liquid nitrogen. I should have probably written it like that. I'll write it better on this group 2 here. True proportion of patients with warts that successfully remove them with duct tape. All right, this one is a hypothesis. Notice they don't tell us to do a confidence interval, so that's implying a hypothesis test. So I assume the two proportions are equal. We suspect, based on that question right there, we're going to test to see if group 2 has a higher proportion, a higher success rate. I don't see an alpha, so I'm going to let it be 0.5. If you rewind and look at the paragraph, there was random assignment. And we need to check if the sample size was large enough, so that's large counts. Plug in our sample sizes, and notice it says successfully removed. That's the numerator of our proportion. So 60 over 100. And if you already see that it's going to reduce to 60, you could have skipped that step. And the other one, the complement, is going to be the number that adds to the sample size, so 40. N2 is 104 times 88 over 104, so 88. The complement of that adds to 104 is 16. Sampling distribution is approximately normal. All right, we move forward to the 2-prop z-test. I already wrote down the sample sizes. I'm going to clearly note what P1 is. And what P2 is. And the calculator will tell me the decimal form of that. So let's jump to the calculator. So on the calculator, you look for 2-prop z-test. Right there. And then you type in your data. We have a 60, 100, 88, 104, and make that a less than. And you're good to go. It gives us all the stats we need. P2 was 8462. PC is the p hat, and that one is 7255. Z was negative 3.9383. And then the p-value is the proportion of z's smaller than negative 3.9383, which was approximately 0. Because I see 4 zeros there, if I have more than 3 zeros, I'm going to write approximately 0. P is less than alpha, so I can say reject HO. Evidence suggests the true proportion of successfully removed warts with duct tape is higher than with liquid nitrogen freezing for the patients at Madigan. Oh, barely room. All right, I hope that made sense. I will see y'all later.